Welcome to Sailor Inspire. Today, we will discuss about refresher fire prevention and firefighting quick preparation for exit exam questions with answers. Do subscribe our channel for more educational videos. Fuel oil from a leaking fuel pipe has been collected in a drip tray under the boiler furnace. The oil is suddenly ignited by a backflash from the boiler burner. The boiler room is manned, and the person present has the choice of various extinguishers. The fire is purely a surface fire. What would be the preferable extinguisher? Option A, any of the mentioned alternatives. Option B, powder. Option C, water. Option D, CO2. Correct answer is Option B, powder. Is there any conditions that influence the efforts when organizing the firefighting? Option A, where the fire break out, how many squads there is left, the strength of the fire, the ship's mobility, what is burning and communication? Option B, where the fire break out, how many squads there is left, what is burning, distance to the fire station. Option C, distance to the fire station and the size of the fire brigade, what is burning, possibility to get water. Option D, where the fire break out, the ship's mobility, distance to the fire station and the size of the fire brigade. Correct answer is Option A, where the fire break out, how many squads there is left, the strength of the fire, the ship's mobility, what is burning and communication. What is a Class B fire? Option A, a fire involving liquids or liquefied solids. Option B, a fire involving metals. Option C, a fire involving gases. Option D, a fire involving solid materials. Correct answer is Option A, a fire involving liquids or liquefied solids. On a UMS-classed vessel, the high-pressure fuel pipes are covered with steel flexible shrouds with drainage. What is the main purpose of the protection? Option A, in case of bursting pipe, to avoid oil spray hitting adjacent high-heat surfaces of exhaust pipes, etc. Option B, to protect the pipes against mechanical damage. Option C, to collect minor oil leakage. Option D, to protect personnel from high-temp surface. Correct answer is Option A, in case of bursting pipe, to avoid oil spray hitting adjacent high-heat surfaces of exhaust pipes, etc. A self-contained breathing apparatus should contain at least 1,200 liters of air. How long should this last a normal person who is not carrying out hard work? Option A, 45 minutes. Option B, 60 minutes. Option C, 30 minutes. Option D, 15 minutes. Correct answer is Option C, 30 minutes. Where can ship's officers find information about the ship's fire protection arrangements, fire detection, and extinguishing equipment? Option A, in permanently exhibited fire plans. Option B, in permanently exhibited muster lists. Option C, in the wheelhouse. Option D, in a special instruction folder at all fire control stations. Correct answer is Option A, in permanently exhibited fire plans. What is the #1 job for the ship management team when fire breaks out? Option A, the ship management team must organize the fire squads, and then the squads have to rescue missing personnel. Option B, the ship management team must fight the fire and then call the fire squads. Option C, the ship management team and the crew must evacuate the ship. Option D, the ship management team must call the nearest fire brigade and police station. Correct answer is Option A. The ship management team must organize the fire squads, and then the squads have to rescue missing personnel. Which of the following statements does not apply to fire doors in main vertical zone bulkheads and stairway enclosures in passenger ships? Option A, they can have holdback hooks not subject to control station release, providing the emergency plan details a person to close them. Option B, they shall be of the self-closing type. Option C, they shall be capable of being closed from a control station unless they are normally closed. Option D, If normally locked, they do not have to be self-closing. Correct answer is option D. If normally locked, they do not have to be self-closing. In pump rooms and pipe tunnels, flame-proof, electric light fittings are generally fitted. This means that option A. Even if fire occurs, it will not consume the fitting. Option B. The fitting is completely gas-tight, and no gas can enter into contact with the bulb and electric connections. Option C. Gas may enter, but even if an explosion takes place, the fittings are so strong that the explosion will be contained within it and will not be blown out. Option D. The electrical supply will disconnect automatically in cases of fire. Correct answer is option C. Gas may enter, but even if an explosion takes place, the fittings are so strong that the explosion will be contained within it and will not be blown out. In accommodation, the automatic sprinklers shall come into operation within the temperature range. Option A, 80, 90. Option B, 68, 79. Option C, 56, 67. Option D, 48, 55. Correct answer is option B, 68, 79. You are night duty officer on a ship underway when a fire in the crew accommodation is reported. What is the first action you would take? Option A, call the captain. Option B, run to the scene and fight the fire. Option C, send the duty seaman down to inspect and report the situation. Option D, sound the fire. General alarm signal. Correct answer. Option D, sound the fire. General alarm signal. How many sets of fireman's outfit are required to be carried by all ships according to SOLAS? Option A, as required by the ship's administration. Option B, at least 1. Option C, at least 3. Option D, at least 2. Correct answer, option D, at least 2. Which of these extinguishers would not be very effective against a Class A fire? Option A, dry chemical. Option B, water. Option C, foam. Option D, FPFF. Correct answer, option A, dry chemical. What fixed and portable fire extinguishers are often found on gas tankers because they are considered most effective with burning gas? Option A, water. Option B, foam. Option C, CO2. Option D, dry powder, dry chemical. Correct answer, option C, CO2. Fuel flowing in a pipe is prone to which of the following ignition sources? Option A, static electricity. Option B, high-pressure action. Option C, friction. Option D, chemical reaction. Correct answer, option A, static electricity. Which firefighting system is the most efficient and with least side effects in the event of a fire in the engine room? Option A, the central CO2 extinguishing system. Option B, the central foam extinguishing system. Option C, the powder extinguishing system. Option D, the sprinkler extinguishing system. Correct answer, option A, the central CO2 extinguishing system. Which of these is an example of a Class D fuel? Option A, gas. Option B, electricity. Option C, metal. Option D, liquid. Correct answer, option C, metal. What type of release is allowed for fixed gas fire extinguishing installations on board? Option A, an automatic release system activated by fire alarms. Option B, any automatic release system. Option C, a manually operated release only. Option D, an automatic release system activated by fire detectors. Correct answer, option D, an automatic release system activated by fire detectors. How many firemen's outfits are required to be carried on tankers? Option A, at least 3 sets. Option B, at least 2 sets. Option C, at least 4 sets. Option D, at least 1 set. Correct answer, option B, at least 2 sets. According to SOLAS, sanitary, ballast, bilge, or general service pumps may be used as fire pumps provided. Option A, they are not normally used for pumping oils. Option B, they are fitted with an automatic start connected to the fire alarm. Option C, they are ready for use as a fire pump at any time. Option D, they can be started from a position outside the engine room. Correct answer. Option C, they are ready for use as a fire pump at any time. Which of the following types of breathing apparatus are most likely to be found on board a modern ship? Option A, gas mask type breathing apparatus. Option B, oxygen breathing apparatus. Option C, compressed air breathing apparatus. Option D, atmospheric breathing apparatus. Correct answer, option C, compressed air breathing apparatus. In what languages shall the fire control plans, folders, or copies of plans and folders be? Solus Tendaru 220.1. Option A, the flag state language with copies in English or French. Option B, the flag state language with copies in English. Option C, the flag state language. Option D, the English language. Which of the following fuels has the lowest flash point? Option A, candle wax. Option B, kerosene. Option C, diesel fuel. Option D, coal. Correct answer. Option B, kerosene. What do the words spontaneously combustible mean? Option A, when this substance burns, it burns completely and does not leave any residue or ash. Option B, the substance is very difficult to set alight even when it is very hot. Option C, when the substance burns, it becomes very hot. Option D, the substance can catch fire by itself without an external source of heat or ignition. Correct answer. Option D, the substance can catch fire by itself without an external source of heat or ignition. Where shall shoreside firefighting personnel find necessary information on the ship's fire control in an emergency situation? Solus 220.2. Option A, copy of fire control plans, folders to be posted in a prominently marked location on the navigating bridge. Option B, copy of the fire control plans, folders to be stored in a watertight, prominently marked container outside the deckhouse. Option C, information to be given by the ship's owner through the nearest rescue coordination center. Option D, copy of the fire control plans, folders to be stored in a watertight, prominently marked container outside the deckhouse. Correct answer. Option A, copy of fire control plans, folders to be posted in a prominently marked location on the navigating bridge. What does AFFF stand for in relation to firefighting? Option A, aqueous firefighting foam. Option B, anti-fire frothing foam. Option C, active fire finishing foam. Option D, aqueous film forming foam. Correct answer, option D, aqueous film forming foam. Which fixed fire extinguishing medium is most commonly found in machinery spaces like the engine room? Option A, dry powder. Option B, high expansion foam. Option C, water sprinkler system. Option D, carbon dioxide, CO2. Correct answer, option D, carbon dioxide, CO2. Which of these extinguishing agents is it best to use on a fire involving a burning cabin that had been electrically isolated? Option A, water. Option B, carbon dioxide, CO2. Option C, foam. Option D, dry powder, dry chemical. The duty engineer of a UMS ship is approached by a member of the ship's staff, seeking permission to hang wet working clothes in the engine room to dry. Should he, option A, allow the clothes to be hung over a rail anywhere? Option B, not allow the clothes to be hung anywhere in the unmanned machinery spaces? Option C, allow the clothes to be hung over rail next to the warm FO service tanks? Option D, allow the clothes to be hung over a rail provided there is no electrical equipment directly below. Under ISO standard 3941, used mostly in Europe, a fire involving a flammable solid fuel would be classed as which of the following? Option A, Class A. Option B, Class C. Option C, Class D. Option D, Class B. Correct answer, option A, Class A. What should you do first if a fire breaks out on the ship? Option A, report to the muster station. Option B, inform the bridge. Option C, sound the alarm. Option D, fight the fire immediately. Correct answer. Option C, sound the alarm. What is the main purpose of a fire damper in the ventilation system of a ship? Option A, to control the spread of smoke. Option B, to maintain air quality. Option C, to prevent fire from spreading through the ducts. Option D, to reduce noise. Correct answer. Option C, to prevent fire from spreading through the ducts. Which type of fire is a Class A fire? Option A, fire involving electrical equipment. Option B, fire involving flammable liquids. Option C, fire involving flammable gases. Option D, fire involving solid materials. Correct answer, option D, fire involving solid materials. What is the primary function of a fire pump on a ship? Option A, to supply water to the sprinkler system. Option B, to supply water to the fire hydrants. Option C, to pump out bilge water. Option D, to cool down the engine room. Correct answer, option B, to supply water to the fire hydrants. Which of the following is a common fire hazard in the engine room of a ship? Option A, overloaded electrical circuits. Option B, excessive use of water. Option C, improper storage of flammable materials. Option D, faulty ventilation systems. Correct answer, option C, improper storage of flammable materials.